All right, good morning and welcome, upper school students, faculty, families, and friends, and of course, our special guests seated on the stage to my right here. It's wonderful to have you all at Benjamin Hall in our 10th annual Cum Laude Society induction ceremony. We are proud to be one of only 400 schools in the world designated as a Cum Laude institution. The Cum Laude Society is very exacting in the standards by which it accepts member schools, and membership is universally understood in the academic world to be a mark of excellence. Founded in 1906, the Society is dedicated to honoring scholastic achievement in secondary schools. The Society's founders modeled cum laude after the collegiate Pi Beta Kappa Society, and in the years since, the Society has grown to 382 chapters, approximately 95% of which reside in many of the strongest independent schools across the globe. As a chapter member, it's our responsibility each year to identify the graduating class's top scholars. As we all know, scholastic excellence is at the heart of the Benjamin School mission. An induction in the Cum Laude Society is the highest academic honor bestowed upon a Benjamin School student. We congratulate those of you who will be inducted today. Your accomplishments are significant. Your recognition is well-deserved, and your pursuit of academic excellence in our community has been an ongoing product of exceptional intellectual curiosity and hard work developed over years of effort. As Aristotle once famously observed, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Inductees, thank you for modeling and sharing those habits so well over your time here at the upper school. With that praise, however, we should recognize what Doc Perugia pointed out to the class of 2019 in a touchingly wise email 4 years ago. Doc stated his point so eloquently that I hope he won't mind if I quote him several years later. Sorry, Doc, but thank you. With respect to the Cum Laude ceremony, he wrote, "While it's wonderful to recognize the academic accomplishments of this year's inductees, I hope you all know that success, even in a classroom, doesn't happen in a vacuum. Those of you sitting in the audience this morning have been important supports, motivators, and collaborators for those sitting on the stage. Whether through your work on group projects, contributions to class discussions, comments on peer revisions, sharing of notes, or even reminding each other of when something is due, so much of the success of each one of you is because of the hard work and compassion of every other one of you." Wisely stated, Doc. As with all endeavors at the Benjamin School, we're defined by our community every bit as much as we hope to define it ourselves. Before the official conferring of Cum Laude honors, it's my pleasure to welcome our head of the middle school, Mr. Charles Hagee, to deliver this year's induction address. Welcomed in 2017 as an honorary member of the Benjamin chapter of the Cum Laude Society, Mr. Hagee is in his 30th year at Benjamin. As many of you know, he brings much school experience and wisdom to his role as head of the middle school. Along with his administrative duties, Mr. Hagee continues to teach U.S. history, coach basketball, and leads an advisory group. Most recently, he received the John C. Randolph Award from the Palm Beach Fellowship of Christians and Jews for his work promoting Holocaust studies and education in Palm Beach County. He also serves in the Coalition for the Palm Beach County Community Remembrance Project and is an Alfred Lerner Fellow through the Jewish Foundation for the Righteous. Mr. Hagee's wife, Deborah, is also a longtime educator in the Palm Beach Diocesan schools. They have 3 children, the youngest of whom graduated from Benjamin in May of 2021. He's a great colleague, mentor, and a friend, and I'm pleased and proud to welcome him to deliver our Cum Laude address this morning. Mr. Hagee.
Good morning. I don't speak at the same pace as Ms. Guzman. That was great. Thank you. I'm very honored to be with you this morning on such a momentous occasion. Cum laude means with praise. We are here to praise one of the finest accomplishments an upper school student can achieve, induction into the Cum Laude Society. Cum laude is dedicated to the concepts of arete, dike, and time, excellence, justice, and honor. Excellence is not limited to the ideal of superiority of scholarship, but emphasizes the idea of excellence in a moral sense. Justice includes the concept of what is suitable, what is appropriate, along with what is fair. You can see what a perfect fit cum laude is for a Benjamin School student. I want to begin with a few brief stories, and in advance, please forgive me. I teach history, and I have just returned from our elongated World War II Holocaust studies trip to Europe, so I've been thinking a lot about these topics. On the morning of December 7th, 1941, Doris, known as Dory Miller, was working laundry detail aboard the battleship USS West Virginia. As an African American in the United States Navy in the era of segregation, Miller was only allowed to do certain jobs, mainly kitchen and laundry details. When the first bombs blasted his ship, anchored in Pearl Harbor, Miller went to the main deck to assist with moving his mortally wounded captain. He then did something incredible. Mess attendant, second class, Dory Miller, ran to an unattended 50 caliber Browning anti-aircraft machine gun and fired at the attacking planes. He fired until he ran out of ammunition, and the crew was forced to abandon ship, which was sinking to the bottom of the shallow harbor. You see, this was Miller's first experience firing such a weapon because black sailors were not given the same gunnery training received by white sailors. Miller described firing the machine gun during the battle. I just pulled the trigger, and she worked fine. I had watched the other boys with these guns. I guess I fired her for about 15 minutes. Of the 1,540 men on the West Virginia during the attack, 130 were killed and 52 were wounded. Most news accounts gave Dory Miller credit for downing up to 6 enemy planes. On May 27, 1942, Miller was given the Navy Cross, the highest honor in the Navy, in a ceremony at Pearl Harbor, the first time the Navy had awarded such a high honor to an African American. Dory Miller's actions at Pearl Harbor were directly responsible for ending the Navy's policy of racial segregation and helped to launch the modern civil rights movement. Master Sergeant Roddy Edmonds fought in the Battle of the Bulge. On December 21, 1944, Edmonds' company was forced to surrender to the Germans and was sent to Stalag 9A in Ziegenhain, Germany. The highest-ranking non-commissioned officer, Edmonds was in charge of over 1,000 men. Upon their arrival at Stalag 9A, the camp's commanding officer ordered Edmonds to have his Jewish POWs assembled out front the next morning. Instead, Edmonds ordered all 1,000 American POWs, regardless of who they were, to fall out in formation in the prison yard. Seeing all 1,000 GIs standing at attention in front of their barracks the next morning, the German commander turned to Edmonds and yelled, "They cannot be all Jews." To this, Master Sergeant Edmonds said, "Sir, today we are all Jews." The commander immediately drew his pistol, pointed it at Edmonds' head. Roddy Edmonds did not back down and replied, "According to the Geneva Convention, we only have to give our name, rank, and serial number. If you shoot me, you will have to shoot us all, and after the war, you'll be tried for war crimes." At this, the German officer turned on his heels and left. Among the 1,000 American POWs under his command, there were 200 Jewish GIs. Roddy Edmonds saved 200 lives. I'm thinking about Dory Miller and Roddy Edmonds because both of these men were faced with their moment of truth. That time in everyone's life when a decision has to be made. You are being tested. Your actions will make a difference and will have a profound effect on the future. I think we can agree that they met their moment well. Now, just one more story, and I promise I'll be finished in a second before wrapping up. I recently spoke with a good friend of mine, a lawyer in Palm Beach, who grew up in Michigan. He told me the story of his 6th grade teacher who was involved in civil rights and desegregation, serving as a profound and enduring example for his students. More than this, though, This remarkable educator taught his students to make the most of each day, emphasizing that their education was preparing them to do something special, to make a real difference for others and their communities. He taught my friend and his classmates that each day was interconnected with moments of opportunity to do these things. Smaller moments of truth, if you will, that, if you choose to meet them, not only improve the lives of others, but make your life as full as possible. His teacher's name? Marshall Benjamin, the co-founder of our school. What a small world. Mr. Benjamin is known for saying that academic achievement is so important. We want our students to work hard and strive for excellence. But Mr. Benjamin will go on to say, what is even more important is our students' overall character, their attitude, their outlook on life. That brings us to our students on stage, just adjacent to me, our cum laude inductees. Congratulations to each of you. We are so very proud of you. You are here because of your academic achievements, but more so, you're here because of the way you live your lives. You symbolize the excellence, justice, and honor of cum laude, and make the spirit of Mr. Benjamin's vision about character, attitude, and outlook on life a reality. I want to go back to the quote by Aristotle that Ms. Guzman referenced. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. Ladies and gentlemen, your Benjamin education, your cum laude hard work have prepared you, helped you develop the habits to meet those unexpected moments of truth. Significant ones, like Dory Miller and Roddy Edmonds faced, but also, and just as important, the smaller daily moments of truth that Mr. Benjamin stressed to his students. We can all ask ourselves, what will our moments of truth be? Are we ready to face them? I am more than confident that these remarkable young people on the stage with me are ready to face their moments of truth. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to address you today on such an important occasion. Thank you very much, and again, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Hagee. Now, before we formally induct our new members, I want to make one additional point about this honor. Like all honors at Benjamin, we have a deep and talented pool from which to select. In the case of cum laude, we are limited by the National Society to a specific number of students. And as a chapter, our bylaws specify that to earn cum laude distinctions, just as with our valedictorian and salutatorian process, a student must have been at Benjamin from his or her sophomore year on to qualify for such academic honors. This policy can impact students who have joined us as juniors or seniors and excelled. This year, I'd like to recognize 5 seniors who have been directly impacted by this law. So in alphabetical order, Alexander Bukowskis, Peyton Bryan, Brooke Queen, Lucy Rubin, and Hannah Weaver. Congratulations all. We're extremely proud of the contributions, both inside and outside of the classroom, that these students have made in just a short time at the upper school. Thanks to all of you for your outstanding work. We're so glad you're here. And now, let us induct 21 new Cum Laude Society members for the 2022-23 school year. You guys ready? All right, at this point, I'd like to ask our head of school, Mr. Faust, and Mr. Hagee, to join me in this process. So as I read the inductees' names, Mr. Faust and Mr. Hagee will congratulate and hand each inductee a folder that contains a history of the Cum Laude Society and information on the responsibilities that come with such membership. Students will also receive the traditional cum laude ribbon and a pin to be worn at commencement. After they receive these two, they'll pause briefly for a picture, and then we'll move right through. All right, so first up is Ingrid Corpus. Paige Craven. Luke Agizio. Owen Gruner. Megan Halpern. Kira Hodum. RJ Lichten. Skylar Malmberg. Parker McGraw. Andrew Moffitt. Izzy Molnar. Shay O'Donohue. Addie Patel. Maddie Poplik. Daniela Rocco. Catherine Rogers. Darian Salehi. Charles Spungen. Christina Taylor. Ella Thomas. And Mae Visconti. Congratulations to all of our inductees and their families. Well done, guys. I will now invite Mr. Faust to the podium to offer us some closing remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Hagee and Mrs. Guzman. Congratulations to our inductees once again. Sitting here, I'm struck by the hours that have been put in and the commitment and passion to their daily work and their daily routine. It makes me proud of their commitment to doing their best every day. And we talk a lot about kind of a passion for lifelong learning, and this group embraces that challenge. I'm also really struck by the fact that as I look at this crew up here, I know what else they're involved in, and I think it's what makes Benjamin so special, is this well-roundedness. Their commitment to the classroom is primary, and that's our role as a school, right, to educate. But beyond that, as Mr. Hagee alluded to, the character piece, their leadership in our school, and whether it's here on the stage, out on the athletic field, on a robotics team, playing an instrument, they've embraced the opportunities that have been put in front of them, and I'm excited and proud of who they are and the work that they do. If I can add anything in closing, it is that such awards as bestowed today, and more fundamentally, the achievements in all areas of school life that our inductees represent, do not simply materialize out of thin air. They are the product of remarkable individual efforts, supported by the enduring and interwoven frameworks of the school, their teachers, their family, and their friends. To that, then, I say once again to all of you, well done, and thank you for your continuing work to strive and to give of yourself to help the Benjamin School grow and prosper. Congratulations. I'd like to have you all enjoy the rest of the day. Let's give one more round of applause. And I'm going to dismiss our juniors and seniors out the side doors, please. Have a great day.